Good morning, everybody. Angel, share your screen.
Good morning,
Woo, market
people.
open. Look at that.
Good
Lovely.
morning, everyone.
All right, we are live not only on YouTube and X, but we are also live on Instagram. Okay, cool. Fun. Hi, guys. How's everybody doing this morning? So Angel and I have a bet going right now. Angel, what's your bet?
My bet. We if the price does not go higher, it would go lower for sure. That's my bet on it. Will you take it?
Okay, well, I bet if it doesn't go lower, it's going to go higher first.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, you're right. We just
For
cracked the
sure.
code.
For sure. I think we did. I think we really are onto something. So yeah, guys, we're either going to be trading up or we're going to be trading down. There's no in between. I love when you can't find the things that you need. Okay, whatever. Anyways, wondering if for the open, if we're gonna tap into this little imbalance and then start climbing. There's a 4 hour up here that we're both got our eyes on. So we're looking forward to engage in the 4 hour before it starts selling off. Yes, something like that. Yes. Come down a little bit and then go up for a little bit and then sell off a little bit. How you feeling?
I'm great. I'm blessed. Cannot feel better than today. I'm better than yesterday. What about you guys?
Salah says gold doesn't confirm anything. We're still waiting. Yeah, yesterday all of the assets were selling off, and what that seems like to me, because usually when the market is up, gold's down. When gold's down, the market's up. Crypto, it kind of works in the same way as gold. So what was happening yesterday is every single asset was selling off, and that's super uncommon. Usually they're used to hedge against each other, and so what I'm seeing with that is like people are taking money out of the market and sitting on cash. So yeah, just got to find that next thing, and whatever people decide
Okay.
to into later.
You guys can see this gap here on the M15. This is our condition. Right? We're gonna trade based on this gap. It's gonna tell the truth today. If we respect that gap, we're gonna tap into this high, right? We're gonna fill Asia high, London high, and the 4 hour gap that we have on the higher time frame in the buy side liquidity. But if we disrespect the gap, I'm expecting the price to go take the previous day low. So this is the current deal in range. We're on a range. It's not going to be easy per section. I think it's never that easy, right? Maybe, yeah. Maybe some days are easy. Too risky to jump in. Yeah, I will wait. I think I'm going to wait even to 1050 macro to take any trades today, just based on this piece of price action that we have right here. We also have data highs, A30 high from the CPI, and we have data low. So let's see how we can react from these areas. If I have to pick a side, I would love to see this gap getting inversed, right? We disrespect the gap, and then we just sell off towards previous day low. If you ask me.
Yeah, so CPI this morning, there's a press conference at 7:30. I'd be a little bit concerned to get into a trade early because there could be volatility because of that BOC meeting thingy, whatever it's called.
We have here the opening points. We are kind of like manipulating higher. Let's see if we can inverse the M15, and we just do not have just a reaction out of the data low, so we can just continue flushing towards the equal lows that we have right here. That's the first target. Equal lows. And the only issue with ranges, like this is that we can tap into this gap and then go back and trade into the same range. That's the only issue. But if we have enough reaction and we get above the opening print, we can easily target data high, a London high, and Asia high in the 4-hour gap. Let's wait and see. Get your seatbelts ready.
Your seatbelt.
What is this?
So my funded account is up.
Damn. You mean your funded account?
So I have a Forex account. I've been trading NASDAQ on my Forex account. Go figure.
My goodness.
And it's up right now. On yesterday it was up like 5,400. Today, this morning pre-market made like 1,200, not like 1,000, 800. I don't know. Bad math, but total profits I'm at like 6,250. I think maybe this will be the account that I take my first payout on this year.
I'm happy. That's great.
This is like baby steps. Take it nice and slow. This is actually the account that I put that overnight trade on and came up like 8K.
Yeah, but she's printing though.
Oh,
I don't know how she's doing it, but she's printing like really, really bad. It's crazy.
I've also blown plenty of accounts, so.
I mean, that's how it works.
Oh, wait. Speaking of accounts, yesterday I passed those accounts. Where are those? They never showed up.
Did you activate accounts?
Like, do you remember I told you I was like, oh, like.
Yeah, I can remember now.
Yeah. What the heck? Okay, so E8 markets. I passed 2 accounts that were copy traded yesterday on stream. And then, yeah, they're not there.
We'll check. We need to ask support and then check what's going on. Bushido, what's up, brother? Now I know your name. Okay, so we respected the M15, and then it seems like we're going and we're trading, delivering to that 4-hour gap. Seems like it. Ten minutes into the open. We have this area right here. This EOB. So next candle can easily rebalance and take out that high. Gotta watch out for SMTs on it. Oh, they're not. Okay, we good. We're chilling right now. Okay, take it. Yep, a new gap here.
Past yesterday, got the emails. Don't see them on account to verify information. Okay. I put a support ticket.
Hey, Abby, Tyler here. I have to cancel tomorrow. Nah, I'm playing. My God. Come on, brother.
Actually, Tyler, you're fired, man. You're fired. I'm gonna send you a link, and it's gonna enter you into somewhere else. I don't know. Hold on. I got the support ticket. Thank you very much for providing information. Please allow me a moment while I review the account details and look into your case. I really appreciate it. Okay, cool. All right. Let me get my 2 fundeds. Ugh. Cool. Good morning. Funny, because I just saw you over on I just saw you over on Prop for a Match. That's funny. Over here saying to full port one of your resets. I like it. I think it's valid. All right. Whatever. If the funded accounts don't show up, I'll just trade the Forex account because I'd like to make like 5K on the Forex. My goal is to make 5K every day, like 2 to 5K on the Forex account, and just keep stacking it up because it's funded. So I don't want to like I don't want to make the 15K, take half out, and then have like 7K drawdown. I want to make like 30K, take 15 out, and then there's 15K of buffer, you know? Do you think that works? I'm not familiar with these accounts, so I just don't want to like do something wrong. And technically, as long as I don't do what I did before and like make 22K and then like blow the whole thing in an hour, then we're good. Yeah, so we actually do have a guest today. If you guys are ever struggling with the psychology behind trading or just trying to wrap your head around, your emotions, we have a really awesome guest on today. His name is Lawrence, and he actually is a psychology coach. So he will be on roughly 45 minutes from now. He's dope. So definitely give the like a stream, share, comment, boost us in the algorithm a bit so Lawrence can feel really cool when he gets here and there's like a bunch of viewers. All right, what are we taking?
I think we're gonna get to that 4-hour gap. You just need to see a setup to take it. So maybe this is set up to take it. Oh, what time is it? 9:43. Okay, this is a hard stop for me, but this makes a lot of sense. Let me check to another time frame. All right, if we have a good close, this is a great trade towards the 4-hour gap.
So you are on you're on futures, right? What is the
but I'm gonna trade this
price point of the 4-hour?
The 4-hour is
let's see if it lines up.
200. See this gap right here?
28,200.
29 actually.
29,200.
Let's see. This is cool. This is good. This is a good trade. It's still very early on the session for me to get in, but it just makes sense. We just rejected out of the opening print, and then we can just figure it out. And then from that 4-hour, we could start a new rotation to go lower. Keep that in mind, because when we have a straight direction out of the opening print in the open, the first 15 minutes, we can then change that momentum towards the downside. So we will see. Very early on the session for me to take this long. Not the best, but super solid and clean. It's a freebie though. We have something on the chat. Is this Angel? So the prediction. First, you gotta be right. You gotta get the answers right. You gotta predict it. And then there will be a lucky winner. Because if 2 people get the same prediction right, then I have to pick one of them. Because I'm the one picking the winners. So if you're like a cool guy, I'll give you. No, I'm joking. I don't know yet how it's gonna work. I know I'm gonna choose the winners, but I think it's based on the prediction and then maybe luck. I don't know.
Wait, explain. What are we talking about?
They are talking about the new event that we have about the World Cup predictions on Discord. So you have to predict the group winners, and then there will be winners. The thing is, like, if two people got the same prediction right, then who's gonna win? Then I don't know yet, but we will know later today, and I'll let you know, guys.
Isn't the World Cup like a long time from now?
Nope,
Or
it
wait, you mean
starts next week. No, actually, tomorrow is the first game. We have Mexico, South Africa tomorrow. Yeah, it's tomorrow, Luis. Yeah, it's tomorrow, guys. You can check your trade away, Abby. I've sent you some chocolates and candies there.
I have forwarded your case to the appropriate department so they can review the reason that, okay, approximately 1 to 2 hours while the team reviews, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Well, fun. Love that.
All right, you're Bushido, though. You're Bushido, don't worry. You're Bushido. Okay, so it seems like we have a new gap again. We're probably gonna tap here and then deliver to the 4 hour. So you can either take the longs or wait for the shorts. We're definitely gonna deliver the longs right there to that 4 hour gap. It's just clean as water. Just very early on the session. Like, we can just chop for like 15 minutes and then manipulate and then confirm that we're gonna take that high at 10 a.m. It's just easier instead of just jumping in. That's great trade there. If you took the longs here, great trade, absolutely great trade. We actually, Avi and I, we were discussing about what can happen, and we were both thinking that we're going to reject that one to get on that 4 hour gap.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, who knows? I'm not taking anything because I'll rather give you guys a good trade and share a good trade than just jumping in and then losing. That's the truth. I'd rather just to wait until it's just screaming on my face that it's a trade to take. This is not one of them. So yeah.
Yeah, no reason to force it. What I realized whenever I'm on live, being on live, it makes me feel like I have to take a trade, and it's just been kind of wrecking me because sometimes when I get on the charts and I see that it's chopping, I'll wait till the afternoon because the big moves come in the afternoon. If the morning's crappy, afternoon's great, vice versa. So being on stream and knowing that we only have 2 hours on stream, it makes me feel like I have to take a trade, and it's just been wrecking me.
And then look at this, the way we...
Anyways. So.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, it's better to wait. There's always like the first trade, which is the manipulation. Then you'll find it like in the first 15 minutes, the first hour of the session. And then the real trade, it will come in, which is either a continuation or a reversal out of that. But this is beautiful. Look at the way we just reject the first presented and the opening print to the T. Look at this. Insane. This is insane. Insane rejection out of this to take out and fill that 4 hour gap. We tap into the M15 at the open. We manipulate it lower. We have a change in the state of delivery. We have the first presented here. We retrace and we tap into it. We rejected the opening print and we deliver straight to that 4 hour gap. Asia high. Asia high just got taken. Oh no, actually not yet. This is Asia high. It's about to get taken. And right above Asia high, we have the 4 hour. How many points so far? 200. What's going on with New York? 200 points. I'll be done already. I'm not gonna lie.
So futures and Forex have different pricing on NASDAQ, right? Because one's current, one's future, but they're like relatively the same.
You say what?
Nothing. You're not listening to me.
No, I am. I was just reading something here. Okay. Where's ES? Interesting just to watch ES, because if ES delivers, not as far. Okay, we will have one more trade to get on that gap. Let's see where. Sorry for when. I like this low right here. I'm gonna sweep that low. Let's sweep that low, please.
Cool.
We have these 2 minutes.
$18, $19, $20. $97.
All right, we just tap into the M2. I guess the next candle we're gonna print straight forward into that 4-hour gap. Yesterday, actually, Bushido shared a beautiful screenshot from his calendar, and seems like he didn't have a single day or a single losing day this month, which is amazing.
Nice.
Yeah, it's great. What are we doing? Are you taking any trades yet, Abby, or not yet?
Nope. I'm either waiting for some sort of indication that we're headed up or tap into it.
This is probably the one. Sadly, we don't have anything here to inverse and to confirm that we're gonna get there, but the stops are really, really wide at this point. We have 180 and 90.
Are you on futures or Forex?
This is futures, but I will trade Forex too. I don't know what this keeps going off. All right, my trade locker, come on. Equal loss or an order block? What do you guys think? I think order block 100%. No, not yet. Not yet. We need to close above this high.
Somebody said you got to get Zamco on sometime. I think Zamco was kind of like on the books, right?
You say what?
Somebody said we had to get Zamco on. I think Zamco's on the books.
Yeah, he's on for this month. I'm not sure when exactly, but he's gonna be there. And he was like 2 weeks ago. He was here on the stream as well. Great stream. Really love Samco actually. It's great. Okay, I might try this one. Here
Do
on
it.
camera.
Do it.
You have the overlook here. You tap into the gap. The only thing I don't like is the stop loss. It's just too wide for me. I cannot risk $1,500.
Or can you?
No, I cannot. That's too lot. That's too much. If I risk that, I can only take one trade. But if I risk 1K, I can take another one. So that's the only issue there.
When I met you, you used to risk it all. Where is that guy now?
Like, I could risk it all when it's super, super clean. But this is not that clean. I mean, if we had like an IFBG here, I'll risk it all. I 100% take it, but we don't have it. We have the gap here. So it's not like, this is not A+ for me. I will give it a B. Because we need an inverse. If we had an inverse here, I will take it, and then I'll target that 4 hour and give it the A+, but it's not. So that's why I'm like, you know.
I get you.
What time is it? 9:50 macro, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, if we inverse this one.
Yeah. Inverse that one, but then it kind of just is done after that.
Yeah, this is looking even better now. Okay, hold on a second. Hold my beer for a second.
How do you stop yourself from getting out of the trade when you're up without waiting it out? Okay, so before you get into a trade, you have your take profit and your stop loss already mapped out, and then you get to stick to the trade. I can't say that I do all the time, because sometimes I look at it and then it'll start coming back and I'm like, I'll just take the profit, but that's not technically how you're supposed to trade.
Just don't look at the trade. You have to. That's why you need to journal, and then you'll have in mind like how many times did you close before getting to your take profit, and then at the end of the day you'll hit a take profit, and then you have like a high percentage that's gonna happen, and you just live it. You just have to live it. Otherwise, you're leaving money on the table. You're gonna cut your idea, and that's not the case because you gotta trust what you're doing. You gotta make sense. So something that you can do is just take the trade and close the trading view and don't look at it, which is the hardest thing that you can do. Some people just love to stare at the trade. I'm one of them.
We rejected.
The M2. Yeah, that's the thing. That's why I'm not jumping in, because, and we are kind of living like equal loss right here. Maybe if we have another stripe, like here, and then here we have that IFBG. That's why I never trust the first reaction. Ever. Ever. Never, ever. If then we close here above this high, we're gonna rip off. Actually, actually, we tap into the OB. So careful with that. Just keep that in mind.
KV asking what I trade usually on CFD. NASDAQ.
Yeah, she trades NASDAQ only and mostly.
It's interesting because you could pick up any chart and trade it once you understand trading. With crypto, I've been hopping around to different ones. I think yesterday I made some money in Solana. I think I actually have a trade on Solana right now open. No, I don't. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I placed a trade this morning on Solana. And I think I have everything set up like my... Let me find it and I'll share. Okay, yeah.
All right. Look at this. We might put an SMT here.
Uh-huh.
That will be great. If we put the SMT, it's getting interesting now.
I'll be right
No executions.
We'll be right
No
back.
executions.
So this morning I opened a trade on Solana and I have a TP up here and my loss is down here. So I basically just walked away from this one and let it do its thing. I expect that I could probably move it to break even at this point because we could tap into that 4 hour and it just causes everything to react, even crypto. But anyways, does crypto fall under CFD because it's like a CFD firm?
You can trade some crypto with CFD accounts, either the EA1 or the EA Pro. You can trade the majors like ETH and BTC. But if you want to trade like solely crypto, then you have to get a crypto account where you have like 40 different cryptocurrencies.
Uh-huh.
So yeah.
I see.
This is better. Now we have the SMT, and then we're gonna run. We're probably gonna run now. Looks better. It's time. It's time. Let's go. Give me a good feel here.
Somebody asked about a Discord link, said it's invalid. If you're talking about mine, I just dropped it in the chat. Are you getting in?
Not yet. You'll see the execution on the screen, but this is confirmed. This is absolutely confirmed with the SMT at the FEG. Now,
let me see.
I'm gonna use this limit. Hopefully, I'm not gonna miss it. I have a limit here.
At the 2909 area?
Yep. 29.045. Actually, this is my limit here.
You still sure about that? Because it's rejecting this little area.
Which one?
Like,
okay, we have SMT on the highs as well, which is good because if we have SMT on the lows and SMT on the highs, we're probably gonna get to that 4 hour gap. But now, 100%. It's kind of choppy. If it goes without me, I'll be so pissed because I waited for the fill on the limit.
Remember we have that BOC meeting? Did you get billed?
Yep, I am in.
Nice.
Seems like I am in. There's no way. I can actually do not go through that because of consistency. So I'm just going to target 100 points. So I don't want to miss out my consistency. So I cannot really make 3K on this trade. So let's see.
Someone's asking what's an SMT. It's where two assets create separate moves. One maybe sweeps a high and the other one doesn't, or vice versa, and creates a bearish or bullish SMT. You got a better one than that?
Okay, I'm going to break even there. I like that candle. At the close. Can we just blast that high instead of going back to my entry? Thank you.
Right, please, thank you. I'm in with you. But I'm in on Forex. I'm in on Forex.
Oh, I forget about the Forex account. Well, I guess I'll wait for the short. I'll just wait for the short then on the Forex account. Let's see. That's the issue of having two different accounts and two different platforms. It's just easier just to copy trade.
So I said, don't you think it'll sharply drop? Maybe. That's the risk we're willing to take.
I mean, the only reason why I'm going break even this fast is because we have SMT with the highs as well.
Yeah.
So I'm just protecting myself from it. And I have a good feel here. I don't see why the price should come back to my entry again. And it's fine if it happens. It's fine.
I just want to see it kind of close above.
What's the R on this one? Almost 2R. You see, we're rejecting those highs again. I need to see a good close.
Mm-hmm.
We'll say Charlie drop. Okay, that's a great close.
Were you initially targeting the
4-hour gap?
Okay.
I have to close there because of consistency. I don't want to mess up my consistency at all. But the 4-hour gap looks like the solid target, 100%.
Let's see what that would be. Like 265? 265.
All right, I'm out. Wait. I'm out there because of consistency. I don't want to mess up my consistency, guys. This is my trade. It's a 1 to almost 2R. I will definitely target that a 4-hour gap, but the only issue is my consistency here, which is a 2R. But this was a beautiful trade. Douglas in the chat for Angel, because I won't disappoint.
W's in the chat for Angel.
That's 100 point in like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. 100 point in 5 minutes. So let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. I'm not looking to get all the way to get to see of the 4-hour gap. No, I don't think we're gonna get to that 50% Bushido. I think we're just barely gonna tap into it based on this price action because we're ranging now, right? We're getting slower, so we're probably gonna do an AMD now. Like, let's say we hardly manipulate from this range, and then we can distribute higher. Well, I'm sorry, lower. From this. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. It reversed instantly. Yeah, I had just the contract. So as soon as I took it off, but we're just gonna get to the 4-hour gap. I think I made a little bit more than 2K, so I messed up the consistency just for a little, which is sad, but I'll take it. It is what it is.
How does that work if you make but don't close? Like, did you close and have to like?
Yeah, I closed. I had to close because if I make more than 2K, I'm gonna. Consistency. Yeah, no, I just made a new best trading day.
Gotcha.
Which is, it's fine, but then I'll just have to make more profit to get a payout.
Okay. I need to understand this so that I don't mess mine up. So basically, like, your first day is the best day?
Yeah, but if your first day is gonna be the best day because it's the only trading day. But if the next day you trade and you make more, then that's going to be your best trading day because the best trading day is the day with the most profits. You got it?
Yeah, got it. So the day with the most profits.
Patience, guys. Patience. Listen, I actually waited. I could have taken this trade here, but I waited until I had everything I need to go into the longs. We had this gap that we needed to inverse. So we actually used that gap. We rejected from the gap. We took out a level of the structure. And then I knew this gap was useless at this point. I waited for a new gap to be created. Here, we have the S&T at the other gap. Oh my God, too many gaps. No, too many gaps. That's why I took the limit there. I put my limit there. But this is crazy. Like, okay, we took out the highs. That's Asia. Oh no, Asia is still intact. Okay, never mind. Just don't mind me, guys. I'm talking nonsense. We should blast. We should floor the highs. But I'm closing because that's 100 points. Why are we moving that much?
It's a W explanation.
You like it? Oh my God! Not tapping acid yet, right now, but
About to.
We will. Don't worry. We're gonna do it. There you go. Okay. Can you remember, Abby? We have something for this. There's only one issue. ES already did. I think he has tapped the Asia, but I'm gonna use her secret strategy. Gonna add some magnets here.
Yeah. You're funny.
So we can just get into Asia.
29, 120. Yeah, so stuff in the chat. So basically that would be considered an SMT if which one did you say? ES swept the Asia?
So I think ES swept Asia.
ES swept Asia. NASDAQ.
Yep. Look at this.
Sometimes you have one that's leads more than the other. So when one takes the highs, it means that potentially it could come back and cause a bearish S&T.
We have a bearish S&T with Asia, but we also have that 4-hour gap that does not make sense to me if we don't just fill that gap. It's just weird stuff. But we can have reaction out of this first because we already took the high from this leg, right? This always going to be your B, your break-even point, or your initial target is going to be the high from the leg that you're trading that retracement. But we will have this reaction because of the S&T, because ES already took out the Asian high. But we also have this gap right here, so I don't see why we shouldn't just go and fill that 4-hour gap. If we just go below my entry point, no, there you go. So I think this is just playing games, mind games. But I'll be saved by the consistency if this does not work. But look at this. We got into this high, we formed the S&T, we have an immediate reaction out of it. Yeah, there you go. There it goes. She's playing mind games. Hi guys. Yeah, there she goes. This BS right here of this reaction is just funny because I know most of the people would just go break even, including myself, at this point, and this will just take me out. But notice this reaction and this BS movement is coming out of the S&T with Asia. Why that? Why? Why? Do you understand this, Abby? What does that mean?
What? Put the, oh my, no, take that off the screen.
I'm not sure what's that.
No. I don't know. We can't talk about religion.
Okay. Okay, I get it. I understand. I don't know.
I don't know how the algorithm responds to stuff like that. We're not going to do that. It's funny because I am Jewish, but...
Can we just flush the highs? Look at this price section is getting slower here. BS. Just BS. Some BS right here. I'm not changing my mind that we could feel the 4-hour. Yo, what's up, Dennis? What you doing, my brother?
Oh, look, Dennis. More of Dennis.
I'm sorry, Abby. It was a joke.
No, it was a joke. I just don't know if we get in trouble by saying anything religious or whatever. So we'll stay out of it.
Now we're using meditation to manipulate price action. How? Teach me.
Meditation.
Abby, do you meditate?
I do.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's great.
My meditation is a form of lazy meditation, we'll say, because I wake up in the morning. I have 2 alarms that I set. One is, whether it's 4 a.m. and 4:10 a.m. So the first one goes off and I'm awake, and then I lay there and I meditate. And if I fall back asleep, I have a second alarm because it's more like breathing meditations. And
okay, like asana.
You know
what asana is? Asana. You have to Google it. Asana is a form of meditation with breathing exercises.
Yeah.
So you can do what do I say that in English? Mantra. You know what a mantra is?
Mm-hmm.
while you're doing the meditation. It's called asana.
Gotcha. Yeah. So it's my form of meditation. Just
That's
relax
good.
and
I
breathe.
like that.
Start the day off with a little meditating, and then I also read my affirmations. When I brush my teeth, I read a set of affirmations, and then before I get in, I read another set of affirmations.
That's great.
For this, no, my parents did not have anything in stocks. They don't know anything. My dad does, but I didn't know that back in the day. Crypto was just introduced to me by someone I nannied for. Take a long position when my dog barks 80%. That's funny. Guys, if you're here with us on YouTube, go ahead and drop a like on the stream to let us know you're here and to keep us entertained.
Yes, please.
Let
Yes.
the likes roll in. Oh my goodness, you know what I forgot?
What?
My Red Bull.
And how do you feel? Tell me, how do you feel without a Red Bull today?
I had some this morning. I had one that was like half empty. I need to stop. Today's the last day that I'm having Red Bull for a while because it no longer gives me energy. It's just giving me stress and like I feel my body like feels really tight and I have headaches. So yesterday and today I've had headaches.
Clip that. Yeah, we need a clipper, guys. We're looking for a clipper. Okay, it seems like we're finally gonna get that high. I'm the only thing is like I'm happy I didn't hold through that chop. Because I'll be kind of like crying right now, and it stopped at break even.
Yeah. Wait, you're out of it, right?
Yeah, I'm out. I'm out. 100% out. Now I have to find a trade later on the session for the for the EA Pro account from Trade Locker.
Yeah.
Which I think will be the shorts.
I love the Pro account. Or is it the Pro account I'm on or the one account? Yeah. I like the one account.
The Pro. I have the Pro. I'm passing in Pro eval.
Oh, hit it.
There you go. All right. Now W's in the chats for Abby because she's about to hit her take profit.
I closed it manually.
There you go.
All right, fun. Let's go back to futures. Looking at the shorts.
Yeah, now I'm looking at the shorts.
I agree, buddy. Shitty.
Bang bang. We're doing this Monday to Friday, 9:30 for free. I mean, we're not for free. I mean, we're for free for you guys. It's free for you guys. It's free for you guys. We share some wisdom, traits. You can watch Abby smile and trade.
I can what? What did you say?
After all, look at this.
After all, meditation works. Yes, sir. Okay, let me get the correct. Now we can go trade futures.
No, I'm doing the opposite. Now I can go and trade Forex. Future is done. I can go and trade Forex. All right. Okay. Okay. If we invert this one, I'm probably gonna get a short. Now from here. And I'm going to target the dirt.
The what?
To depress the dirt. I'm going to target the equal lows right here. Equal lows from 10 a.m. After long and careful consideration, I have decided to drink more water.
Yes.
Yep. There you go. Guys, always you have to drink water. Through the day.
What's the difference between futures and Forex? Oh no. Sorry, Lola. I still like pop in the chat and hang out with Zach every once in a while on PFM, so I'm not totally missing. I'm sorry, but you can find me here. I'm here Monday through Friday. Guess who's here? Our guest is here, guys. Lawrence is in the building.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna add him in.
Yeah, that's fine.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on? What's up, Abby? How are you?
How are you?
Yo,
Nice.
what's up, Lawrence?
Hey, what's going on, Angel? I don't know. Have we met, Angel?
No, not yet. Good. Nice to meet you, brother.
Nice to meet you too,
Angel.
man.
Angel.
Yeah.
What's up?
Nice to meet you, man.
What's
How are
good?
you?
Great. Are you trading today? Did you take any
Yeah,
trades?
I'm already finished. I just finished.
Yeah.
Here,
Did you
share
take
your
the
screen.
loans?
Show us the trade you took.
Yeah, share
Okay.
that screen. Let me see what you
All
got.
1 second. Let me share my screen. Okay, how do I do this? Okay, here it is.
We just took a long and got out of that as well on stream.
Nice. I took a short and then a quick scalp of like a short, and then I took a long, and I'll explain it in a second.
Are you still
So-
trading? Well, obviously not, but you were doing this thing for a while. It's just one trade a day.
It depends. I try to stick to one trade a day, but it depends on how I'm feeling for the day. So I kind of every morning when I journal before I get on the charts, I always do kind of like a pre-market prep. So a part of the pre-market prep is like making sure that I'm like in a good state of mind. So if I kind of woke up on like the wrong side of the bed, then I'll do like one trade or not trade at all.
Yep.
Other than that, then I'll take like max 2 trades, but I won't go beyond 2 trades though.
Love it. Love to see
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
So do you need help sharing your screen?
I think I got it. I'm just trying to allow my browser to
Gotcha.
do it. I have to give it like permissions.
There, you got it. You
Okay.
got it.
Cool.
Yeah, so dude, I haven't seen you since October 10th.
I know, right? All right. At the Tom Hugard
Yeah.
thing.
The
Yeah.
whatever it was called, seminar thing.
Yeah, the seminar. All right. So
All right,
I pretty much this was I just got out of the trade for the most part, but I took 2 trades. I'll show you the first one. Where is it? Okay. So the first one was really on the 30-second chart. It was right here. So
you took it on the
basically-
30-second chart.
yeah, for sure. Yeah. I normally enter between the 30-second or 1-minute charts because I like having like precise entries, but then I'll go to like the higher time frame, let's say like 15, 30 minute, 1 hour for like areas of interest. So that's going to be like gaps or like session highs or lows. And once we hit those areas, I look for my entry model on like the 30-second or 1-minute chart, and then I'll enter, put my stop loss at the extreme, and then I'll go to the higher time frame and try to look for a nice profit target so it can be a little bit more ambitious.
And what is it that you're looking for when you're trading? What's your strategy? Like, what are your trades?
Okay, so basically it's a mix between like a pattern, like pattern based, and like certain ICT concepts. So like I'll definitely use like like gaps, like fair value gaps or whatever, and then I'll look for like certain patterns, and then sweeps of like major levels. So that's about it, honestly. I like to keep it very, very simple.
Yeah, I got who did you learn from?
A lot of people. I've been trading for almost 5 years now. So like I really didn't get settled with my strategy until like I would say almost like 2 years ago, where I chose like one and then did like little modifications, but just trying to master like one strategy. So I started learning supply and demand from Carmine Rosado, like my first year, right? Or two or something. Have you heard of Carmine?
No, Angel, have you?
Nope.
You guys should look him up. He has pretty good content. So the first it was like supply. Say it again.
What's his name?
Carmine Rosado.
Carmine Rosado.
Carmine. Okay.
Yeah. He comes from like a family of traders. It's actually pretty cool. I think he's from New York or something like that. He's actually the one that introduced me to trading psychology.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah.
I had
about that too. Because I know that you have some resources available for traders.
Yeah, for sure. So basically what happened was I took like a Hail Mary and I messaged Carmine on Instagram probably like 4 years ago or 3 years ago or something like that. And I was like, hey, I'm doing everything that I possibly can as far as like technicals and my strategy. And he was like, stop worrying about the charts. It's all mental. And then he sent me a recommendation, which was The Daily Trading Coach by Brett Steenberger. That was like the very first trading psychology book I ever read. And I pretty much was like hooked from there, because once I read the book, I started applying a little bit of the methods and I started seeing success. And after that, and that was like my first 6 months into trading. So I've really been studying trading psychology for like 4 years now.
That's awesome. Now I know a little bit about your like come up and your, how long you were trading, just because I think I heard it from Austin or someone in the past, but I'd love for you to tell your story, how long you've been trading, what that journey looked like for you, and any major L's that you might have taken.
Yeah, of course. So I started trading in August 2021. And then Yeah, so I started trading in August 2021. I started out trading in stock options for like the first 3 years, I think, and then I switched over to futures because Tanner, he actually put me on to futures. Like I didn't even know anything about futures. I didn't know anything about prop firms. He introduced it to me, and then from there, I just started trading futures and prop firms. Now, the funny part is like I was trading stock options, and then whenever I would lose, I would get upset. But whenever I started trading prop firms, I started like getting super upset. So I was like, what
Oh
is the
yeah.
difference between stock options losing? And I'm like, kind of mad. And then why does prop firms trigger me so bad? So I started like studying more and more about props and how they set their pretty much their whole apps, their websites, their dashboards. They set all of it up to kind of like trigger us, kind of like a casino
Absolutely.
effect.
I tell this
Yeah.
to people, I've done a lot of product and branding stuff in different industries. And when it comes down to marketing, I know that they market in a way that messes with traders' psychology.
Yeah. Yeah.
From even something as simple as the colors and the P&L and putting it right there. And when I was trading with Top Step, that was the first people I got involved with. I actually went into the settings and I changed all of the colors to purple or like
Yeah.
blue or
Yeah.
purple, like colors that I liked because
Yeah.
just seeing it pop up would
Yeah.
trigger me. So
Yeah, because as soon as you see
cool.
red, you think stop or danger, and then as soon as
Yeah,
you see green, it means like good or go,
I'm
right?
winning. Yeah, and you
Um,
remember the green more than you remember the red,
yeah,
and plus
exactly.
you're in it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly,
literally
exactly.
a mental spiral. So yeah, for
And then a
anybody
lot of things.
involved in prop
Sorry.
firms, you should probably know.
Yeah, and a lot of things that they do too is like really like the payout requirements and the consistency rules. So they kind of
Mhm.
turn like because trading is supposed to be a game where you pretty much trade forever. Like the whole game is to stay and play. That's how you win the game is to stay and play, never blow the account, keep on trading, keep compounding, and just continue to compound your money. And the whole goal is never to go out of business or never to stop. And prop firms kind of put in what we're used to growing up, which is like competition, sports, having a deadline, having a consistency rule, having a profit target. And trading really shouldn't really have any targets or any consistency rules or any type of boundary barriers, deadlines, targets, goals. Like it really shouldn't have any of that. So
Right.
whenever we lose or we blow up or we don't meet the rules or we don't meet the requirements and we're always chasing these requirements to get a payout, it's like we're just consistently competing with ourselves, and if we don't meet our own expectations, we just start to regret, start to redeem ourselves, go on tilt, blow up the account, and the same cycle.
Yeah, I think I actually tapped in with you when I was going through some stuff.
Yeah,
I even messaged Zach. You know Zach RBG, right?
of course, yeah.
Yeah. So I even messaged Zach, and I was like, I never thought I could get to this point with trading, but
Yeah.
I sorry, I was reading the chat.
That was
Whose
okay.
chart is this? EA Markets. This is Lawrence's chart. What do you want? Top Step? Ew, we got to get you some accounts.
I have 26 accounts.
26 accounts. Holy.
Yeah,
Okay, come
yeah.
on.
I'm almost payout ready too, like in like 2 days or something.
That's
So I
awesome.
have 20. Yeah, I got like 20 Apex accounts. I have 4 Top Step accounts. I have 4 Lucid accounts, and I have 5 Elite Future evals right now. So I'm just trading the evals along with my funded account, so I don't even notice it.
Are you using Traders Post or Trade Sinker or what? Or are you
I'm
just
using
doing?
Trade. Yeah, I'm using Trade Sinker. It's easy to use, but you have to really keep an eye on it because the past 3 days it's been doing like really wonky shit that if I didn't catch it in time, then it would have messed me up. Like even this morning, the first trade that I took, I looked and I had 20 positions open, even though I closed my leader account, which is my Top Step account. So if
Yeah,
I
that
didn't
will
catch that,
really
I didn't catch
ruin.
that, I would have been fucked.
Yeah. But yeah, sorry, I got sidetracked, but I tapped in with you like a couple of weeks ago. I also didn't think I could get to this point with trading where I went to Zach and I was like, Zach, I think I'm quitting.
Yeah.
I honestly should have just like hit you up and been like, yo, like stop me from quitting. But yeah, he said the right thing. He was just like, you're not gonna quit. And I was like, all right, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna
Yeah, you're not gonna quit. Right.
He's like,
Once you took the red pill, it's over.
right.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, I've been down so bad, up and down. Like the first year I was just tuning into ASFX. That's actually where I saw you first. And when I first saw you on ASFX, I went to Austin. I was like, when I joined the Black Shirt Club, I was like, dude, like Lawrence is my spirit animal.
Yeah, I remember you said that. You know, that was the first thing you said to me when we met.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Because I was like, you're seriously like you're so wise, and you were saying all these things that really helped me as a trader. I think I found one of your YouTube videos that you did an interview with Christine, I believe.
Yeah,
Christine and Thomas and Randy. And I was just like, wow, okay. I would listen to this little segment over and over until I was like, all right, is it burned in? It's burned in. All right, let's trade. Because the psychology of trading is really one of the hardest things to grasp. It's not the strategy. It's not, it's not learning all the different tools and stuff. It's the psychology. And I was really struggling with my psychology. I got to a point where, once I started the BSC, I took a payout in a few months. I took a payout in December. That was my first one. And then after that, I just blew up because I remember hearing people say, well, once you get your first payout, like, it could have been luck, or, it could have been the markets were just serving at that time, or that most people blow up after their first payout. So I remember that being a thing. And then I was like, okay, wait, like it's not that. And then all of this different economic stuff started happening, and it really got to me. And I spent like $15,000 on combines and like evals over 3 months time. I want to say 4 months. Mm-hmm. It was wicked. I really thought at some point I was like, I gotta stop. Like,
yeah, no.
So
yeah, I definitely understand. I have like a lot of clients that I work with, a lot of traders that I work with, that they reflect like those same numbers. And I've done that before too. Like the fact that you spent that much and also like you thought about quitting, that's how you know you're on the right path, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough, but tell the people in the chat like a little bit about what you do, your coaching, what you offer.
Yeah. So basically, I'm a trading psychology coach. I pretty much every Sunday I make master classes on trading psychology on YouTube at LawrenceTheInvestor, if you guys want to check that out. And basically, I coach traders based on their mental edge in trading psychology. So what I do is I find specific traders, ones that have profitable edges. They know that they have a profitable edge, but they know that they just kind of like sabotage themselves because they can't, regulate their emotions, which is completely fine. So I take them on. We do, they join my 60-day payout accelerator program. So for 2 months, we work together. Every week, we hop on a one-on-one Zoom call for 45 minutes. I give them DM access to me via Discord. And I also have like a Notion dashboard that I created to help regulate their emotions through consistency and physical proof and evidence that they're doing the correct thing. Because there's a few key things that kind of causes us to go on tilt. The first one is going to be regret. So normally people say, oh, I revenge traded, but it's not really revenge trading, it's redemption trading, because you're trying to redeem yourself from a mistake that you think that you did, because you are categorizing all of your trading losses as your fault. Like there's 3 different types of trading losses, and that's system development when you're a new trader and you're trying to figure out a new setup or you're adopting a new setup. You have trader error, which is your fault. Maybe you made a mistake or whatever, or you were impulsive. And then there's probability-based losses, which is the natural loss that you're going to have because no trading system is 100% win rate, right? So there's 3 different types of losses, but everybody just take every single loss and put it in one bucket, like my fault. And then they try to redeem themselves because they regret what they did. And then they express that regret through the charts and risk. So what I normally do is I come in and then I pretty much see what's going on with them, what their habits are, what they need help with. And honestly, all of them have the same story for the most part, right? We're all doing the same thing. So none of us are, exceptions or anything. We're just human. So yeah, I just help with consistency through journaling, through chart markups, through screenshots, through a shit ton of physical evidence and proof that you did exactly what you were supposed to do. I make sure that we make your trading plan so simple a 5-year-old can understand it. So we do like little checkbox methods, make it very simple so you can perform at a high level every single day and make it very easy, and just accountability. So yeah, that's what the whole program is.
Yeah.
That's lovely, bro.
What you were
Thank
saying
you.
on the topic of like, we're just human. Yeah, everybody makes the same mistakes and we're kind of wired, and there is a whole entire psychology around how epigenetics affects us in the way that way back in the day, we used to be hunter-gatherers and you used to have to, survive. And now it's not really like that, but our brain is still wired for survival. And so how that affects us and our emotions, it's really something. There was a book on it that I found somewhere. I don't remember the title, but yeah, like at the end of the day, we're all just human, and we're all fighting those same battles, no matter how long you've been trading. It's really hard to do, but you have to make trading mechanical.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a beautiful trade here, by the way. Is this you? Is this you, Abby, or Angel?
This is
It's
something we
me.
were talking about this morning. This is Angel's chart.
Oh yeah, this is a very nice trade, brother.
Yeah, thanks, man. We have actually a beautiful SMT on the highs with ES, and we're feeling actually the 4-hour gap that we had resting. So I think we're just gonna get back and trade to the opening print. I actually took a loss when you guys were talking, trying to front run the M3, and then we actually created the SMT. So I was pretty much swept out by the SMT. Here's the trade. Let me take this out. So now I think we should get back to the opening print, which is this might take profit here. Let's see. We can just continue the conversation. Sorry, guys.
No worries. I just wanted to talk because whenever I see like those higher highs, like that SMT, like that higher high, and then for a short, that's like A+ for me, or a lower low for a long. That's like super A+ for me, especially when you're in like a higher time frame gap, like the 4 hours. So I just wanted to let you know that was pretty good. And yeah, back to what you were saying, Abby. Yes, what you're referring to is like the amygdala, which is like your emotional brain, and then your prefrontal cortex, which is your logical brain. And what people don't know is that your emotional brain can literally turn off your logical brain. So whenever people sit here and say, "Oh, I just need to be more disciplined," like, no, your brain, like on a neuroscience level, your brain was turned off. So it's not. It doesn't even have anything to do with like discipline. And if I could say anything to help people with tilt for everybody who's watching, is like, I've realized that 99% of it is an ego thing. So ego is the same thing as attachment, which means whatever bothered you in the market or whatever decision that you made, you're so attached to it and you can't let it go, to a point where you have to do something about it to make yourself feel better. So you're not really trying to get the money back. You're just trying to make yourself emotionally feel better. The money is just a cover up in the front. Like, nobody really cares about the money to a degree. It's just, you can't let go of what happened. If that was like a wrong entry, bad stop loss, bad take profit, you probably should have took profit sooner. You impulsively traded. The market was choppy, horrible conditions, but you decided to trade anyway. And that was a decision you made. Being able to let go of mistakes, and being able to let go of unfortunate things that you didn't want to happen, the quicker you can let go, the less that your ego will take control of you. You won't sabotage yourself, and then you won't try to fight back, or whatever the case may be. Sometimes you just got to submit and just say, okay, I lost.
Yeah, and also like trading is one of those things that's it's already so gamified, but it is a really crazy thing to do. And once you're successful at it too, especially, if you just get into trading and you see in a couple of minutes or seconds you can make $1,000, it really messes with your psychology in a way that it's like, oh wow, okay, like one of the things I caught myself doing a lot when I wasn't even journaling at this point, and when I started journaling, I started catching this, and it was like, well, I had $1,000 profit in my account, or $200 profit, and then I took a bad trade, and I gave it back and now I'm down $100 or whatever it is. And then I'd be like, well, it's so easy to make money. Let me just get, one more trade and I'll fix it. I'll get back to where I was. And you take a trade, but you trade differently because you're already in the red, or, your psychology is already messed up. You're already in the negative. So it's a really hard thing to be able to grasp when you're getting into trading.
Yeah, definitely. That's why I always advise for beginner traders. And when I say beginner, sometimes it's intermediate, depends on who you are, but it's very rare that taking 2 trades per day is the best move on the table, because if the first trade is a red trade, you're still kind of in control of yourself, your logical brain's still intact. So it's if that second trade is 10 times more risky, because if it's another red, you're probably going to go on tilt and dig the hole deeper. If the second trade is a winner after the first trade is a red trade, then that means you're going to feel like you can do it all over again, and then you're eventually going to get caught in the future. If the first trade is a green trade and the second trade is a red trade, you're going to regret because you was in a better position and you lost what you had. And if you get 2 green trades in a row, you're probably going to feel yourself a little bit, and then it's going to catch up with you later. So it's kind of very rare that 2 trades in a day could actually benefit you mentally and not catch up with you later, unless you just been in the game and doing it for such a long time that you just have your psychology under wraps.
Yeah. So you said you've been trading for 5 years?
Yeah, it'll be 5 years in August. 2 months.
How did you get into trading?
So I was in IT before. I was an IT engineer at the time, and I'm just not good at school. I'm not good with authority. I'm not good with people telling me what to do. I'm not good at working a corporate job. I actually wish, sometimes trading has been so hard that I actually wish that I liked working a job. I was like, damn, why can't I get a job, invest into real estate or something, and just compound that over time? Why do I have to be like this? But yeah, so I was in IT, and I just wasn't passionate about being in corporate. I loved IT, but corporate itself. So I quit, and I needed to start a business, but I didn't have a service and I didn't have a product. And I needed to find something that would make me money, but I didn't have to do any upfront client work, right? I didn't want to deal with anybody at the time. So the only thing that I could find in Google was really trading. That was it. What business do you know that you can scale infinitely, but at the same time not have to work for anybody or work with somebody? That was it. So
now, I heard something. If you don't want to talk about it, you don't have to, because I don't know what's public information, but I heard something maybe through a grapevine that you had cashed out some accounts or something at one point.
Cashed out?
Cashed in some accounts.
What you mean?
I don't want to say it, because if it's something you want to keep private, because so
I'll tell you if I'm not going to talk about it. I'll tell you.
Okay. I just heard at some point maybe you cashed out some investment accounts or something.
Cashed out some investment accounts?
I don't know, 401ks or something.
Oh, yeah. When I first started trading my first year, like I said, I was in IT for a long time, and before that I was in the military. So I've always had a 401k account. So back in 2021, I cashed out my 401k once I quit my job, because it's penalty free. And then I put it in my trading account, and I blew it in less than a couple months.
How much was it, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, no, it was about 28,000, something like that. It wasn't nothing crazy. It was 28,000.
That's painful. Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah, but I mean, my biggest, you did ask for my worst loss in a day. My worst loss in a day, cash account, actual money. I was trading options, and I lost $25,000, $24,000 in less than an hour trading meta options.
An hour?
25 an hour.
Yeah, no, probably less than 30 minutes. I'm not gonna lie to you. That was a super volatile day. And I just would not get out the position. So I put on some meta calls, and meta tanked so bad that day. I can't even remember what day it was, but yeah, I lost $24,000 in 30 minutes or less, something like that.
How did you handle that? What was going through your mind in that moment? Was this new, or this is when you were more experienced?
No, this was this was actually in the worst years of trading. I always say year 2.5 to year 3.5 is like the worst years in trading because you've come so far, but you have so far to go. You know what I'm saying? So it was like around year 2.5 or something like that, maybe 3. I think like year 3, something like that. But once it happened, it was like that's such a large amount of money that it was just like beyond tilting and crashing out. Like I just kind of like just stared at the screen and just like laid down like that. Like I was like I just laid down. Yeah, it was nothing.
Oh, this happened to me kind of. It wasn't options, it was my cash account, and I'm just watching it like go down. So obviously we had a big correction in October when I met you that day. Mind you, I'm driving to downtown LA to go to this seminar. I have my computer and the thing, my Tesla's driving for me, and I'm getting in a short right when those levels were swept, right? So as I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh, I sized too heavy, and I was in funded accounts. So I was like, this isn't right. I know this isn't right. I'm on my way to a trading seminar. I know I shouldn't be doing this. So I closed the account. And then I get word from, I think it was Tom Hugard, who was like on stage, like, yeah, I just made a couple $1 million. And I'm like, what do you mean? I opened the charts and I'm like, I could have made so much money this day. Painful, literally painful. But let me close my trade real quick. So I can tell.
Did you move to break even, Angel, or was that like a small?
Yeah, I just moved to break even, actually.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you scale at all, or do you just go straight for your full TP?
Since I'm trading minis the most of the time, I always wait just to hit TP or just go back to even or stop. So yeah, I don't really take partials, but I have to. I need to start trading micros and take partials for sure.
I don't know, bro. You may not need to be honest with you, because I've had this conversation when I realized that a lot of traders do not respect their profits the way that they respect their full stop loss. Like we have all the faith and hope in the world that we'll take a full size stop out, and in between that, we hope that it's going to turn around while it's in drawdown. So we do like a full stop out. But whenever we in profit, we want to like go ahead and take and scale out. Like it's just like it's hustling backwards, in my opinion. Right? Like
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
So I just hit max profit in these 3. So I just passed 3 accounts.
Congrats.
And then this guy's up to
That's solid. That's solid, Abby.
This one's up.
It was a beautiful day.
What
we actually call it longs and shorts out in the same session.
Yeah, we talked about this morning too. Oh, speaking of which, that's not good for the crypto position. I forgot to close it.
Take profit. I just hit take profit. We're trading again on the opening print, and I think from this 4 hour we can actually reach even lower. Maybe previous day low. Actually, let's say it's yesterday was very very. Asia low is going to be first target for sure, and then previous day low.
Okay.
Sorry. So, anyways, with that, we talked about this morning, and we were looking for these shorts, but we were waiting for that 4 hour to get engaged first. So that was great. I love that. That's up like that account's up like 3K. I wanted to get it at least like 2 to 5 for that because it's a funded account. Okay. Anyways, back to what we were saying. So I've had a couple like really big like situations. That was like one where I was like, wow, like I counted how much money I could have made that day in a funded account. At the time, Top Step did not have payout caps. And I think it was something upward of like 15K. And I was like, dude, like it hurt. And then the other one was like my cash accounts. So in November, there was a lot of AI correction, like kind of a mini AI bubble burst. And I had all of my cash accounts in stocks of companies that I believed in, not necessarily like the S&P or anything like that. I had Coinbase, ARKK, which is all pretty much like tech and AI. And then like Robinhood and some government contract company. And then the market just starts like freaking out. And I watched it. I was like, no, it's going to come back. It's going to come back. Look at this bouncing right now. And yeah, I closed them because I knew it was going to go deeper. And I looked at the charts. I was like, all right, like I'm not willing to hold on to this, nor hold on to this for it to recover. So I closed it at $19,000 cash loss. And I was like looking at the
Ooh.
screen. And I was like, dang, man.
Yeah, that's pretty steep. That's pretty
Yeah.
steep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, you know, because it was crazy. I think I invested some like Coinbase was like at 250 or something when I invested, or 240, and then it went down to 100 and something. I was like, no, man.
Oh, wow.
No.
Yeah.
And then Robinhood was at like 120, 130. It went down to like 70, 80. So yeah.
That's pretty tough.
But that's why you don't invest into singular stocks. You can just go with the batches. Let's see comments. So we are going lower for sure. Called it as well on morning stream.
Oh, congrats on that too, Angel. That was a beautiful play, bro.
Nice.
Thanks,
job.
man. Thanks. I appreciate it. Now that you work in psychology, I have a question for you. It's a
What's
hot
up?
question. Is like with the current trading space, traders tends to measure their current progress based on passing e-balls and getting payouts. And that's completely wrong in my opinion. So you cannot measure your progress based on that. But social media is, giving that point of view. So what do you think about it?
Yeah, I mean, I think that, I'm going to say that if you want to measure anything, if you want to measure your progress and I guess your skill set by money, it would definitely, I would say, would have to be on like at least a quarterly basis, like bare minimum 3 months. You need a very large sample size to start, measuring your progress by money, because on a day-to-day basis, a trade-by-trade basis, it's a random distribution between wins and losses. So therefore, it's like, that's why everybody, well, I ain't gonna say everybody, but a lot of traders go through a boom and bust cycle, because if you are emotionally attached to a P&L result on a trade-by-trade basis, and on a trade-by-trade basis is a random distribution between wins and losses, and you're attaching yourself through a series of wins and losses randomly distributed, then you're not stable as a person. You're not stable as a trader. So therefore your account balance won't be stable, yet alone your execution won't be stable. So it's like, if you are measuring your progress and your skill set based on like, 150 days, $150, 5 non-consecutive green days to get a payout, then that's just not a reliable metric or a reliable gauge to determine like, how well you execute and how well you perform and how well your skill set has developed over time. It's really, and I said this to actually one of my traders too, like through this prop firm space, we get so hyped up over, like copy trading, says the guy who has 26 accounts, right? We get so hyped up over copy trading that we forget that, like, if you actually have a good level of skill or a good performance, that 1 or 2 accounts is more than enough, right? Like, there's been a month where I had only 2 accounts and I made about $40,000 off of 2 accounts in a month, right? Because it was just based off of like skill in those reps. And I wasn't even, making a bunch of money off of those accounts. I just had like a $2,100 drawdown. And if I make $500, I will take it out. If, I make $500, I'll take another payout. If I lose one day, then I won't take the payout. I get above the buffer, then I'll take the payout on the next green day. And all of those like base hits and those small payouts actually compound. I think that like having a very, very big buffer can really mess you up, and having like a smaller buffer will keep you on your toes. So, so I would just definitely say I agree with you, Angel. Say it again.
We were talking about this morning too, because I have this account that I've been trading the other day. So we have 1 accounts at E8 Markets that allow you to pass in one shot, basically. I did an overnight trade. I made over 8,000 and then just completed it on another trade like later on. So I'm in a funded account, and right now the balance is like 83.93. And I was telling Angel, rather than I like just trying to understand how the account works rather than taking a payout in 3 days like I'm allowed to if I hit the 13,700 that I need based on my 40% consistency. I was just gonna kind of like build it until there's like 20K in the account, because then I have a larger buffer. So what you're saying is like just take the payout.
Yeah, because I mean, I mean, I get it. If this is, are you talking about a personal account?
So this is a E8-1 account.
Okay.
So I have a 40% consistency and I can take a payout in 3 days, like 3 days of trading,
Right.
or I could just build the buffer and not take a payout, and I could just work towards it every single day, just grow the account and have a huge buffer. Because you get to
E8 live. What's E8's live account program look like?
We don't have live accounts, so you can basically they have, so Angel, go into this because I don't want to miss.
All right, so pretty much you have payout caps which will be increasing for each request.
Like 2,000, 2,500, then it goes up to like 3,500, then it goes up to like 5,000. And if you just continue taking payouts and you don't blow the account, you stay at that highest payout cap, which is 5,000. And if you're copy trading, let's say the 5 accounts they allow, and you're at like payout number, let's say like 5. So you're taking 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and you can just keep taking that. There's never a point where you get put into a live account because they don't do the live account versus simulated. It's just a simulated finance.
Okay, so the payout caps begin to increase over time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, is there a cap eventually where that increase stops?
You hit $5,000, and that's the highest. But once you take that $5,000 payout, as long as you're not blowing the account, you continue taking $5,000 on those payouts.
Okay. Well, yeah, I think that's fine. Then, I mean, it depends. It's subjective. It's a subjective answer, right? So what I'm getting at is that if you have a $20,000 account balance, that's why I asked if they had a live program, because like, for example, Lucid or Tradeify, they'll reset you completely. So there's really no point of building up a $20,000 buffer. So that was my first question.
That makes sense.
Since E8 has a $5,000 payout cap, that's only a multiple of 4 if you have a $20,000 account. So, I mean, it does make sense. It's just, it can sneak up on you to a degree where it's just like the risk of having a big buffer is like, we have a bad perception when it comes to time and money as humans, right? So it's like, if you have a $20,000 account, you may feel like you have way more space than you think that you do whenever you go on tilt. And then next thing you know, the whole 20K is gone, right? Where it's just like, if you have like a $2,000 account or something like that, it's like, that you have to do base hits and you have to come in and perform. So it's kind of like a mental shift between like having a buffer and like you have a lot of space and leniency. So you start to screw off a little bit, and then having a smaller buffer and knowing that you have to abide by your rules and daily loss limit and stuff. So that's all I'm saying.
That happened to me. I had 3 copy traded accounts with Top Step, and I had built them up to like 70 something hundred in November. And I remember, I was like, okay, cool. If I take a payout of $20-something thousand, that pays back everything that I've put into this so far. And I needed 1 day of $150. And this is how prop firms get you. 5 days of trading make $150. Well, I had 4 amazing profitable days. And then on that 5th day, needing $150. And I remember like there was so much going on in my mind. I couldn't contact anybody. My best friend lives with me. I couldn't tell her. I shut down. I like wasn't answering my phone. And what was happening was I thought I had more room than I did. I started off losing, I think it was like 350. And I was like, whatever, I can fix that. 700, I can fix that. 1,500. And then I remember getting to the point of 2,000 profit in those 3 accounts. And I was like, if I stop now, I had this conscious thought, if I stop right now, I still am above that $2,000 thing. Because once you go below 2,000, your buffer actually stops. So I was at like 20-something hundred, and I was like, if I stop right now, I can still fix this. Just come back tomorrow. I had the conscious thought and I couldn't do it.
Yeah, because you weren't where you were before. You was in such a good position.
Yep. One loss day is all it took. One small little loss. And I was like, well, I can fix this. That's the writing thought. And then also Randy found out because, okay, I wasn't trying to tell anybody that I was about to take a crazy payout because there's a lot of pressure on me already. And then telling people, like if I were to tell Austin or Evan or any of these people that I was about to take a payout, like in Black Shirt Club, I didn't want them to announce it. I didn't want the pressure. I just wanted to get it, secure it, and then like know that I was good and I could talk about it. So I'm on stream with Zach, and Zach is telling Randy on stream, yeah, she just made like $12,000 and da 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 da, and she's about to take, and I was like, oh no, like don't tell him. And Randy knew, and then Randy started messaging me and he was like, you got this, let me know what happens. And I was like, it put so much more pressure on me. And the writing thought that I kept thinking was like, all right, well, I can fix this. And then I can't let anybody down. I can't let them down. I can't go back to them and tell them that I fucked up. Sorry, effed up. Yeah. So man, that was probably the hardest thing. I remember feeling
it can come with some pressure. Yeah, definitely. But it's always good. That's why, have you ever seen like a lot of content that's just like, oh, don't tell anybody you trade or X, Y, and Z. It's like, it's something like that where it's just like, if you're doing well, if you want to preserve that and just like keep doing well, don't say anything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't even get pressured to say anything, like, because that's going to take you out of like your element. So it's just like, keep things to yourself. Just, yeah.
I also have this thing that I've kind of felt for the last like 8 years, where if you start talking about your life or your future plans or anything, it was like maybe not 8 years, 6 years post-COVID. I remember I wrote on a Post-it note, do it in silence, or move in silence or something like that. And I wrote this out and I was like, I'm not going to tell anybody anything that I'm doing. I'm just going to do it. And then when it happens, I can talk about it. And when it started happening, things started happening, I didn't even talk about it. Like no one online knows anything about what I've done in my life. And the reason I started doing that is because I felt like the moment that somebody thinks a thought, it's out in the universe. That energy circulates. So the moment that somebody starts thinking, like your haters start thinking bad thoughts about you or wanting you to fail or whatever, like that's out in the universe. So I started keeping everything to myself and just not saying anything. Yeah. Until I know that it's like done and it's there, I'm like, it's my information. Yeah.
What about you, Angel? Do you go around bragging and gloating, or are you pretty to yourself?
I mean, I did it once.
They make us.
Once. I can remember my first payout. I actually had that payout, and I spent the whole payout getting the max allocation on every single firm. I had 5 accounts there, 5 accounts there, 5 accounts there, and then I was telling to my friends, I'm making $100 on every single account, and I was making like, I don't know, crazy money. I will make like $60K on a month, and they were like, bro, that's impossible. And then I was like, no, it's possible. Let me tell you. And then that month, I mean, that was the worst trading month that I ever had.
Yeah. And do you think that was because you started talking about it, or do you think that you would have done better? Yeah.
Yeah, maybe their vibes around it. Like, they cannot believe it was true that I could make $60K on a month. It was not possible into their minds. And then I just put that pressure on me, and then
it rubbed off. It rubbed off on you. Yeah, it rubbed off on you.
Yeah. So never again. Just don't. Never again.
That's the lesson. That's the lesson of the morning. That's the lesson of the morning. When you're doing good, keep your mouth closed, and when you're doing great, be even more quiet. Right? Like, don't count. Yeah, right. What they said, don't count your eggs before they hatch, or something like that.
That's funny.
What'd you say?
I said, just don't even breathe.
Yeah, don't even breathe. It's fine.
Speaking of the breathing topic, somebody told me, they're like, oh, just like film yourself when you're trading and see what you do when you start to hit tilt so that you can start recognizing it. And I did that once, and I realized I also had this little finger heart rate thing. I stopped breathing. When you're emotional, the one thing that your therapist and everybody will teach you is you need to breathe. If you feel angry, breathe. If you feel sad, breathe. If you're hyperventilating. And so I was actually shocked to find out that when I was trading and I was going into tilt, or the emotions started feeling really heavy, that I would just completely stop breathing. Well, that literally makes your brain shut down.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
So.
No, you're completely right. Like I always, I actually had this one video I made talking about like the characteristics of tilt. And whenever you're on tilt, you'll start to realize it when you have shallow breathing, when you can't take your hand off the mouse, when you can't get up and walk around, when you can't close down the charts in peace. Like, you know, you just have such tunnel vision that you can't see anything else but every single tick. And yeah, you're just in the heat of the moment. So normally what always helped me when I trade is like standing up and actually creating like physical space between me and my desk, like being able to like get up and walk away and walk around. And if I'm able to do that, then that's how I know, you know, I at least manage my risk properly. You know?
100%.
So
yeah,
100%.
Physical space.
Yes.
Yeah, that's definitely like
we're really selling here, aren't we?
Huh?
Say what?
We're really selling. We're really selling off here, aren't we?
For sure.
Yeah.
I think we're definitely Angel and I were thinking that we come down here and probably sweep this by the end of the day. It's definitely
Yeah.
I might get into one more smaller trade since I'm already up. If this gives room.
Don't mess up your consistency. I'm already done. Even if I wanted to trade, I can't because I'm not gonna mess up the consistency.
I'm not gonna mess it up. I made 5,400 yesterday, so I just can't make more than 54 today, which would put me at like 10,000, 11,000.
Oh, you're good.
How much are you risking per trade, Abby?
I don't know what lots are, to be honest. I'll just put a few on. What are they? No, okay. So I'm a futures trader. I got I got introduced to futures, and recently they're like, you should get into Forex, and I was like, I'm not doing that because I know there's a spread and there's all this different people talk a lot about Forex online. So I didn't want to do it, but I've tried it out. I'm doing well. And I actually really like being able to hold the trades overnight because swing trading, apparently I'm good at swing trading. Yeah. I'm like, you know, I want to see it go to a level and it works. And I'm like, okay, like cool. Like we made a bunch of money. So yeah, but I don't know what lots are. Like what is a lot versus a mini?
A lot is just a unit. That's all it is. So basically it's like, okay, if you trade micro NQ, like M and Q, right? You can sit here and say, okay, I have 5 lots. That would be like 5 contracts of M and Q. Or if you trade options or whatever, and you buy 5 options contracts, okay, I got 5 lots. Lots is kind of like a general or a vague term.
Right. Yeah. That part I understand. It's more of like how much is it compared to what is one mini, one lot?
Well, that's the thing. So like one mini, it's like a lot is like the tree, and then a mini, micro, and all these different type of metrics or whatever are like more like branches, right? So it's like the question isn't really, you know, how much is one mini compared to a lot. The question is more so like how much is one mini compared to a micro, right? Because a micro can be a lot, a mini can be a lot, you know, a options contract can be a lot. Like there isn't a mathematical like value to a lot other than what you're actually referring to as a lot. So it's like, how can I explain it? It's kind of like, think about it like this. Your last name is what, Manzoni?
Mm-hmm.
So your last name is Manzoni. So basically a lot is same as calling every person in your family Manzoni. And then when you want to talk about like minis and micros, that's when you break down like Abby and another first name in your family. Like that's what that is, basically. So you guys are all Manzonis.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay. Yeah, because I just look at like it says what the margin is.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, it just depends on how much risk are you putting on the table.
I think there's a way that you can look at this as well.
Because the margin is going to be different with one lot depending on your leverage. So if you have more leverage, it's less margin with just one lot. So it's It's different. It's completely different. At least for futures and TFDs.
I'm gonna put this on because I want to see something real quick. So, why didn't it do it? Okay, well, clearly that's not okay. The program's confusing to me. I'm still learning. But yeah, there's like a way to see your whatever you put on the trade. There's a way to see how much of your account you're leveraging.
I think the question was, how much are you risking per trade, like for your balance? Like if you lose, how much are you gonna lose?
Oh, okay.
How much are you willing to lose from that trade?
Just like $2,000.
Okay, 2%.
Yeah, because I think the account will close at $4,000, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not. If I lose the $2,000, I'm not taking another trade that day. Like it's
okay. So you're risking normally like 10% of the account.
Great question, Lawrence.
So like, okay, let me ask you this. So if you had like a 50K, if you had a 50K and $2,000 drawdown,
yeah,
how much are you risking on your first trade? How much money are you risking on the first trade?
So with futures or with this, because I have 100K here and I'm risking 2K, like max 2,500. So that's like 2.5% of the 100K.
I mean, what's your drawdown? Like, how much can you lose before the account close?
Oh, 4%, right, Angel?
For today, yes, 4% on the day and 8%.
So about 50% of my total drawdown. But it resets.
Okay.
So like if I had like 125,000 buffer in here, and I lost. Well, no, that's not true. Okay, hold on. Don't even quote me on that.
Yeah, it's because Lawrence is asking about the drawdown size instead of the account size.
Yeah. So right now my drawdown is 8K. It's 83.92 because once you get over 100, it clips it there at 100. So right now I have 83,192.
Okay, so for E8 markets, like so for E8 the daily loss limit is 4%, and then the total max drawdown is 8%.
No. So on the one accounts, you have a 4% drawdown on a 100K account. Max.
Okay.
But
no, your max drawdown is 6%, and then daily drawdown is 4%. That's on the CFD E81 account.
Okay. 6%. But like if you build the account over 106,000, anything above 106,000 becomes extra buffer, and that becomes your drawdown as well. So if you have 115,000, your drawdown, everything over 100 grand, 15K, that becomes your new drawdown. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
It barely makes sense. I'm just learning. Like literally, I've been in this account for like 4 days, so barely makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I come from the future side, and we just kind of get 2K, and I think the closest thing to explain what this is like is Top Steps, old school. Once you get over the 2,000 on a 50K account, that anything you have is a buffer. That makes sense.
Okay, I get you. So basically, and we're gonna cover this one more time. And Angel, you could be like the mediator. So if you buy a 100K account, your max drawdown is $4,000.
No.
What's the max? Give me a dollar amount of the max drawdown. Give me a dollar amount.
It depends on the account type. It's AA1, which is the account that Abby has. It's 6K. That's the overall drawdown limit. 6K.
Okay.
But
6K.
you can customize the account, and you can even have 14K. Right?
Okay.
It's just gonna increase the price on it.
Okay. So Abby has $6,000 max drawdown when she bought the account.
Yep.
Now, out of that $6,000 when you bought the account, how much did you risk on the first trade out of that $6,000 when you first bought the account?
Okay. The first trade, I didn't risk that much because it was a while ago. It was like a week ago, but we had just swept some highs, and I was looking for a big move downward to tap into like one of those 4-hour gaps below, and I left it overnight. So I only risked like maybe less than $1,500 to get, the $8,000 move that I got. I actually posted that. Let me see if I can go find it. because that was my
Okay.
first time like trading the account. They're telling us, they're like, you have to like post on X and stuff. So I've been like trying to do markups and stuff on here.
Yeah, if you do that on X, you'll grow.
Okay, so here's the first time that I had got into this account. So I was trying to understand like what the lots were and how much to place and whatever. But I got into this account and then my stop was above the highs.
Okay.
And my TP was down at this, I don't know, hourly gap. It might have been a 4-hour gap, hourly gap. Yeah, and so I wasn't risking that much.
Okay.
But
I
a
got you.
move like that, if it was like, you know, we didn't just sweep a level, probably wouldn't have happened.
That's a big move. That's cool.
I know.
Nice.
Right? And I had no idea. I woke up the next morning and was like, hey, so I just made $8,000 in this new account that I don't understand.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, like, it's going to get wiped off. And I was like, what do you mean? You can only make 2% a day. I was like, what? And then we found out that there's so many different types of accounts. I'm in a one account. The pro account, you can only make 2%, but then you have no consistency rule when you get funded.
Mhm.
So this one, it's the opposite. You have no consistency during the eval phase, and then you have a 40% consistency once you're funded. So I'm in the one that had zero consistency in the eval phase.
Nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
which was great. It was
So
like,
you could pass in one day. That's cool. Man, yeah, your numbers are way. So it's so crazy because when I trade, I literally risk like, I think the max that I will risk, absolute max, be like around $350. Like I risk
futures
like
different, yeah.
When
I'm trading futures, I trade a lot different.
Oh, okay, yeah, because I was about to say, I mean, shoot, I couldn't 1,500. That's a swing.
It also depends if I'm in an eval or not. So if I'm in a 100K account on an eval with futures, my drawdown is 3,000. I put my daily loss limit at like 750.
Okay.
And then I'm trying not to hit that in one trade. I'm trying to get myself 2 trades at least.
Okay, so you break that up.
Yeah, I scalp a lot. So like I'll scalp in between little imbalances, you know, on the 1 minute chart. So, you know, that's kind of what my day looks like with the futures.
Nice. Do you normally do like ICT concepts too, like fair value gaps or sweeps and shit like that?
Yeah. So, when I got started in this, it was
some shit like that.
Angel, start the giveaway in the Discord. Start the giveaway. Guys, he's going to go drop a code Lawrence.
Code LB.
Discord.
Nice.
Is that fun? And he's got a giveaway going.
So
when I first started, I was VWAPs with Austin. I think I you know what you said earlier about you can't really work for people and you don't like when people tell you what to do.
Yeah.
I started working with Austin, and after like a week or two, I was like, move me to Evan. So I worked with Evan for 4 weeks or 5 weeks, and I was like, Evan doesn't really care about me. so I moved to somebody else. I think I moved to when I met you, I actually talked to Austin. I was like, hey, so like, can I move to Zach? And he was like, you're just jumping all over the place. And I was like, he's like, but Zach's not a coach. And I had talked to Zach. I was like, hey, would you coach me? And he was like, yeah, I'll coach you. Like, tell Austin. I was like, okay, cool. So I told Austin, I was like, he'll do it. Just ask him. And then ended up coaching with Zach. And I learned so much with the VWAPs thing. And I actually trade VWAPs a lot because it's simple, you know, it's just like a 1-2 done, you know?
Yeah.
And, but I wasn't profitable in that like 3 months that I was doing VWAPs. I became profitable after working with Zach. And it's not because VWAPs don't work. They do. I use them now and they're great. But I didn't have enough information on how the market moved. And so when I started training with Zach, and he does, you know, midnight mechanical model, point of control, ICT concepts, liquidity, like draws on liquidity, and once it sweeps a level, you get in a trade. Like learning all this stuff is what really actually made me understand what was going on, because I realized there's names for things that I've been seeing that I didn't have names for before. And you know, I'd see pattern recognition my own self looking at the chart for a year and a half straight. I was like, I see things, but I didn't know that it was a bull flag or a wedge or, you know, whatever you call it. So, I trade it all. I mostly stick to what's simple, but I have everything in my brain, and I'm like, okay, Confluence, LB Investor. The code is LB Investor, guys. Go into the Discord, join that. I'm going to give you guys about a minute and a half, and then we can run a little ducky race.
Nice. Give me 2 minutes.
Lawrence, you don't
have people on X, on Instagram
want to live the excitingness of the duck race.
I couldn't hear you guys. Say it again.
I was just saying, you don't have to stick around for the giveaway, but if you want to be like exciting and hang out and like see the duck race, you can do that too.
I mean, I'm down for a duck race. I have time for a duck race, a little ducky race.
Nice. Yeah. Lawrence, that you're here. Okay, guys, we have only 35 likes.
Oh yeah.
YouTube stream, and we are 161 people watching. So do not hesitate to hit that like button.
Yeah,
we're not running a giveaway.
Do it for Lawrence. He's a good guy.
I try to be. I appear to be a good guy.
Yeah, no, I think you're sick. You're dope. So if you guys want to find Lawrence, he has a coaching community. Don't you also run a like thingamabodge with Tanner? Don't you guys?
No, not at the moment. We're he's doing his thing. I'm doing my thing. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he's out like somewhere with his girlfriend in like Vegas or something, right? Like,
I'm not too sure.
Yeah. So Tanner's my neighbor. He's actually the reason I didn't move into the building that he used to live in.
Really? I didn't know that. I didn't know you guys lived that close to each other.
Yeah. We don't really like talk or anything because he has a girlfriend, but but yeah, like at the time I had met him, and he was like, yeah, like I live in this building. I was like, I live in Laguna Niguel. Where do you live? He's like, Laguna Niguel. My girlfriend lives in this building, and I live in this building, and I'm about to move into her building. I was like, wait, I was gonna move into this building. He's like, don't. And I was like, I'll trust your judgment. And then I found out, like, I was in process of filling out that thing, and I found out some weird stuff. So anyways, Tanner's cool. Tanner's like a really awesome trader, especially with his option stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
But guys, if you want to be a part of like some really awesome coaching for psychology, if you're already a profitable trader and you just feel like you need that extra little push to get your mind right, Lawrence is a great coach. You can also find some of his stuff on YouTube, some of the interviews if you want to get more of a vibe. But yeah, all of his socials are below. So hop in there, give him a follow, give him a call.
Yeah, right. Give me a like on YouTube. Yeah, give me a subscribe and a like on YouTube. But no, every Sunday I drop like a masterclass. So if you guys,
tap into that.
Want to check that out. It'll help out tremendously. So,
tap into that. Okay, what's happening over there, Angel?
I had to do a new giveaway because the code can only be like 6 characters, so I had to just give a new code.
So, people are saying the Discord thing's not working. I'll drop you a Discord link. If you're new to the chat as well, you are actually unfortunately not going to be able to join this giveaway because you have to have an E8 Markets account and you have to link your Discord to E8 Markets so that we can verify there's only at least one of you and people aren't creating several accounts. So the link is down below. The code is LBINVE. Interesting code.
I'm sorry guys, I had to delete the characters to get the giveaway thing going on. In the meantime, I can share my screen and show you something. Hold on a second, where's my screen? Where's my screen though? Okay, this one. Okay, we're actually rejecting out of the open print. You guys see this? So as soon as we close below this gap, this rejection out of the opening print, we're going to blast 7 a.m. lows from here. As soon as we close below this gap, you will have another trade here towards that low. Look at this rejection out of the opening print. We're using this as a support, so could be nice to see something out of it.
So I do have to. Oh, Lawrence, I'm filming a TV show based around trading.
Are you?
Yeah. So I was out in Miami,
Okay.
which was wild.
Wow. Okay.
But I'll tell you more about it later. But I actually am gonna hit you up after this because I might be able to do something. Anyway, so I'm filming like a thing and I have to drive like 2 hours right now to go get to this place. So I need to wrap up. Let's run this giveaway. Can you pull the names and send them to me?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. Let's see. Discord. So Tyler G said, I look like I'm 85 years old. Let's lock in tomorrow. I'm ready. All caps. He's so funny. I love him. Okay, let's see. Wait, did I have you on Discord? Where were we talking?
We was talking on Discord. I'm somewhere in there. Probably check your DMs.
Oh, there. Okay. I'm gonna just bump it up real quick, but I'll send you a voice note later.
All right, cool.
All right, let's get this giveaway going.
So we have 25 entries.
Where are you sending it?
Telegram.
Actually, I'm requiring you to send it to everything that we talk on. Wait, I don't have it. Did you send it?
Yep.
Donde?
I'll do Discord as well, just in case.
Oh, you said Telegram. I'm sorry. I'm looking at
Yeah.
Discord. Forget me. I got it. We're chilling. We are chilling.
Good luck. Good luck, guys. Good luck to everyone.
Angel, can you share my screen or do I have to do
What?
nothing?
You can share your screen.
No, I was seeing if... Dude, I left my mouse and my mouse pad in Miami and I still haven't got one. It's the most bunk thing that I've ever had. All right, there we go. Let's duck it up.
All right, let's do it.
All right, you're gonna call it. How many seconds should we do?
7. Is that too
7
quick?
seconds.
Is that too quick?
Yeah, it's very quick, actually.
Really?
I like it.
Okay, let's.
I know, it's 7 seconds.
Okay.
Whenever Zach does them and they're like 10 seconds, let's do 10 seconds.
Yeah,
It's
I'm trying to get the adrenaline going.
It's so funny. If you haven't already, hit the like button on the bottom of the YouTube. We love to be here with you guys Monday through Friday. We run a giveaway. We do all of this for you guys, education, fun, all that jazz. All right, I'm going to set this and let's run it. If you missed it today, come back tomorrow. We do them every day. All right.
I got the pink duck.
You guys are not ready for this. You're literally
Pink
not
duck.
ready for this.
Let's go.
Is it? Don't lag.
Let's go. Pink duck.
It's not going to be the pink duck because the pink duck's in blue.
Oh.
There you go, Beak.
Vic 01968, if you could just go ahead and message me directly on Discord. You have to have that username or you will not be able to collect. And you're going to let me know your E8 email that you have your account with and whether you want Forex futures. And that's it. That's it for today, guys.
Do you guys ever put money on these duck races?
Coming on and joining us. Did you say
thank you so much. No, yeah, I was asking, do you guys put money on these duck races? Because I'll come back and I have $20.
Side bets for sure.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Thanks for having me on, guys. Angel, it was great meeting you.
Yeah, same likewise.
Yeah, brother.
All right, guys. Thanks everybody for tuning in. W's in the chat. We took a bunch of trades on stream. They were all awesome. So if you want to find everybody's socials, you can find it in the descriptions. We'll be back tomorrow. Come join us. Later, guys.
Bye-bye.